about, the development policies that matters. And most importantly, I will focus on the community-based nutrition program, one of the large-scale government community-based nutrition program in Ethiopia. So my outline is as indicated here. I will briefly talk about the Ethiopian policy landscape and also talk about the community-based nutrition program, some of the lessons that learned and also the way forward. Just to give you a background about Ethiopia, Ethiopia is one of the country with high burden of undernutrition as well as related nutritional problem. Most importantly, stunting is very high, which is one of the highest in the world. And also the diet quality largely very poor, only few percentage, less than 10% of the children fulfilling the minimum required diet diversity, which is the highest child food poverty in the world. And in connection with this, recognizing this problem, the government of Ethiopia has a policy, and this policy is mainly aiming to achieve the quality of life and productivity as well as the longevity, which as a main goal of the country. When the national policy and the strategy developed, there are several rationales to develop this. I will not go all those, but most importantly, the burden of undernutrition, overnutrition, most importantly, including the micronutrient deficiency and stunting is very high in Ethiopia. And there is also high food insecurity related, also there is, with this could be related with drought and emergency, both man-made and human-related factors. So when you see the policy direction in Ethiopia, there are 7 policy directions. As you can see, this direction has, several implementation strategies and direction. I will not go through all, but ensuring optimal nutrition at all stage of life is one of the important strategic direction which has been set. Of course, there are many other directions. In regard to this, the policy has also approach, and we have about 7 or 6 approach we largely following. The first one is life cycle approach, which will follow throughout the life cycle approach, and the second one is food-based approach, and the other one is also from farm to table, which in other words it's the food system approach, of course multi-sectoral approach, and also food as considered as the human right approach. That's the key approach that the government follow. And the policy or the strategy has also strategic objectives, and most of the strategic objectives are address those approach which I mentioned in my previous slide. And of course, most of those strategic objectives are to one or another way there is a community-based intervention or program, including improving nutritional status through life cycle approach, and also intervention on various aspects. So on this presentation, I'll briefly focus about one of the flagship programs that has been implemented over the last few years in Ethiopia in over 115 districts, which you call community-based nutrition program plus program, which you call sustainable undernutrition reduction program. This program is several intervention strategy. In large, it's 4 components, and the first one is providing counseling, the IYCF counseling, or age-appropriate counseling, and the other with nutrition-sensitive agriculture advising, and there is a multi-sectoral coordination. And in addition, also there is a media campaign. And in terms of the service delivery, how this program is provided to the community is there is a joint household visits, in particular by both agriculture and health workers. And there is also a dialogues, which group dialogues, which has been conducted on various topics of undernutrition. And in addition, there is also cooking demonstration, on particularly on preparation of complementary food or nutrient-dense complementary food, and farmer demonstration, also demonstration at farmer centers. And these are some of the delivery approach that has been undertaken. And the picture that you see, the different IYCF counseling that has been undertaken from early childhood or from birth to 6 months till the first 2 years, and you can see that how different messaging has been delivered to as an intervention. And this is also the joint visits. On the right side, you see that the women health extension workers, and in the left side, you see the agricultural health extension workers. They jointly visiting the farmer household and providing an advice. And on this picture also, you see the main dialogues, and this dialogue is in particularly providing a different kinds of message, including both nutrition as well as other gender-related aspect to main farmer in the rural communities. And this is also another figure indicating that the cooking demonstration at community or at rural community levels and the cooking for complementary food of the children. And here also the cooking demonstration I'll pass. And there is also a multi-sectorial coordination at Warada Kabali or at village level, which is Kabali is a village, and this composed of various kind of sectors and multiple sectors, including agriculture, health, trade, and other sector at Warada level. You see the pictures how the multi-sectoral coordination has been conducted at Kabali levels. And there is also a media which you can see that the national media, the local or the subnational media, which has been provided a different message, including IYCF, nutrition sensitive agricultures, on three nationally known or three language. So when you come to just briefly to show the impact of this large-scale program in Ethiopia, and the project is mainly aimed to reduce stunting through diet diversification, or as well as improving in general the diet level or minimum acceptable diet. So when you see the dietary diversity of the woman, when you see the diet diversity of the woman, as you see the individual food, there is a larger improvement on all diet except legume. You see that overall, especially the healthy diet, including green leaf vegetable, vitamin A rich fruit and vegetable consumption has been improved largely from 2016 to 2020, as you can see indicated in the figure. There is also an improvement, or a very small improvement, on the consumption of animal or flesh food consumption. And of course, there is a larger improvement on egg consumption, in particularly from 2% to 11%. When you see this one with the key indicator with, you see the diet diversity improved from 4% to 20%, which is the greater improvement. And the minimum acceptable diet has also improved from 3% to almost 30%. And of course, you see also the other IYCF related indicator has also been improved over the 4-year intervention period. So going forward, in terms of the multi-sectoral coordination, there was especially an increment in joint household visits by both health extension worker and agricultural extension workers. And we have also seen that the utilization of community health and nutrition service has been increased or improved during the intervention. And we have also seen that the knowledge, especially on the caregiver or mother, has also largely improved during the intervention period. Finally, we have also seen that there was an increment in utilization of agricultural input utilization, especially on the use of different varieties, including the seeds, and the different varieties of seed has also been improved. And we have also observed there was an increment in joint visits, especially on by both agriculture and health worker. And finally, I would like to thank the stakeholder who in particular implemented this program, the Minister of Health and the Minister of Agriculture. And this project is fully funded by Child Investment Fund, or CIF, which I would like to thank also CIF for providing or funding this large-scale program in Ethiopia. With this, I thank you everyone for listening, and thank you. Over to you, Saskia.